Hey everybody, welcome back to COVID Connect. Today is the second part in our series this week about American saints. And in honor of yesterday's Memorial Day, we're going to talk today about servant of God Emil Kapaun, a Catholic priest and chaplain who served in both World War II and the Korean War. Father Kapaun was born in Kansas in 1960, and he was ordained in 1940. He started off as just an ordinary parish priest in Kansas, but he felt a really strong calling to join the military as a chaplain, because he believed that the military was mission territory. Father Kapaun served, like I said, in both World War II and the Korean War. And right from the start, all the people who served alongside Father Kapaun were amazed by him. To start off with, Father Kapaun volunteered to do all of the worst chores, and he volunteered to do them happily. He would do things like dig latrines, dig graves, take clothes from the dead, and the soldiers who served alongside him came to respect him because they were so taken aback by his joy and his love of service. Those who weren't Catholic even became interested in Father Kapaun's faith. Father Kapaun was also really courageous. During battles, he would rush out into the open field, even under gunfire, to help the injured or anoint the dying. He would say masses in the middle of a battlefield, often on the hood of his Jeep. And finally, in November of 1950, he was captured at the end of a battle because even though he had the chance to flee, he refused to abandon the injured men. So Father Kapaun was sent to a prisoner of war camp. But even in that camp, he continued to model Christ-like behavior. He would put himself at risk and steal food and medicine from the guards. Then he would sneak illegally from barrack to barrack and comfort the men, regardless of their religion, by doing things like cleaning their clothes, tending to their wounds, and giving them comfort and inspiration. He cheerfully accepted all of his punishments. Like one time he was forced to sit outside in the snow overnight without any clothes. And when he was sent to re-education classes, he would calmly and patiently refute all of the communist errors they were trying to teach him. Above all else though, Father Kapaun never stopped in showing love to everybody, regardless of their faith, regardless of whether they're enemies or friends. And he encouraged all of the other soldiers to follow his example. Eventually, because of the terrible conditions in the camp, Father Kapaun became sick. And his captors refused to treat him because they despised him and his faith and his joy so much. So in May of 1951, Father Kapaun died, about 6 months after he'd been captured. But the soldiers who survived the camp came home filled with stories about the amazing priest who had risked his life every single day to care for their bodies and their souls. Because of his tremendous courage, he was given the Medal of Honor in 2013, and in 1993, Pope John Paul II named him a servant of God, in honor of the Christ-like joy and love that he brought even to the most dire of places.